With an ad-lib opening comment written clearly on the wall, here's Bud Shaw.
I'm going to make it up as I go.
Okay.
So now it's the Indians' division to lose. And all I can say is, who'd have thunk it? There may come a time that fans will wish they had Trevor-Bauer on the mound in a big game, at which time I'd suggest they sit down and give it a little more thought. In the 3-game sweep by the Astros last year, the Indians scored just a handful of runs. I believe Houston outscored them something like 23-5. In the final 3 losses to the Yankees in 2017, the Indians scored a handful of runs. This front office recognized the, quote, anything can happen in the postseason, end quote, theory for what it was, wishful thinking. They instead decided to make something good happen in the postseason by adding Yasiel-Puig and franmil-reyes to an offense that was getting good mileage but didn't have the power required to beat the best in the American League. I think now the Indians do. And now the next 2+ months should be quite a ride.
Okay, you didn't mention the guy's name, Jose-Ramirez. Jose-Ramirez. This guy, I mean, there's so many things that put the Indians in this position. You got Oscar-Mercado when you put him in the second hole. You couldn't ask for a better fit at this point. Then you wind up at the trade deadline. You get those 2 guys, Yasiel-Puig and Reyes. And then you also have the steadiest guy of all this year in Carlos-Santana, who has been absolutely incredible after what most people would say was a bad year in Philadelphia.
But I think that instead of going into the postseason hoping that guys like Mercado, Roberto Perez, if you want to throw Naquin into that, or Lupo or whoever, hoping that those guys would shine when the pressure was on, I think they've kind of taken that element out of it now, that element of chance, where you still need those guys, but right now you're going to depend on Puig, you're going to depend on Ramirez and Lindor and Santana, and I think that's a pretty good group to beat depending on.
I think Lindor is even getting better now because he knows what the team is. I think now that he doesn't have to carry them, I think he knows.
I don't think there were a lot of weepy guys in the clubhouse when Bauer left, and I don't mean that they didn't like him at all, but I just think they were finished with that drama.
Right.
When something like that happens the way it happened in Kansas City, I think what drives the other guys on the team crazy is that when fans go, see the passion he has for baseball, see how ultra competitive he is.
No,
everybody should be that way. Well, everybody is that way. As I said, you don't do what Bieber has done this season without being ultra competitive and without being a really passionate guy about his craft. So that's nonsense that Trevor-Bauer has these displays that have to prove to people that he's, have to show people that he really cares.
All right.